Good morning, believers. So, today I want to talk to us about obedience. Obedience. Okay, do you know that God responds to our obedience? And then, do you know that God responds to our requests with instructions? Okay, let me read to you the book of John, the Gospel according to John, chapter 2. The story starts from verse 1, but for time's sake, I will start from verse 5. This is the story about, when Jesus turned water to wine at a wedding at Cana, when his mother, at a wedding, they ran out of wine, and then, his mother had to tell the servants to do whatever Jesus asked them to do, and eventually they had wine. So I'll just read it according to, so I'm always reading NLT. Bible. So this is it. So I'll start from verse 5. But his mother told the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Standing nearby were 6 stone water jars used for Jewish ceremonial washing. Each could hold 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus told the servants, "Fill the jars with water." When the jars had been filled, he said, "Now dip some out and take it to the master of ceremonies." So the servants followed his instructions. So, to give a better explanation to this, Jesus was at a wedding and they ran out of water. Jesus was at the wedding and they ran out of wine. So, his mother had to call him and say, "Oh, son, these guys don't have wine anymore." So, and at that time, Jesus was like, "Oh, it's not my time yet," And then his mother was like, "Okay." His mother just told the servants, "Whatever he tells you to do, just do it." Instructions. And then they went ahead. Jesus told them to turn water into a jar, and after they turned the water into the jar, poured water into a jar, then Jesus also told them 2 instructions. One, pour water into the jar. The second one, now dip out some and take it to the master of ceremonies. And then by the time if you read all the way down, you will discover that by the time the master of ceremonies drank the water, he realized that it was wine. So instructions, do whatever he tells you to do. That was what Mary told the servants, and then they obeyed. So now when I say that God responds to our requests with instructions, that's just it. Okay, for instance, you're asking God for a job. You're praying to God for, I want to have a multinational job. I want to earn in dollars and all of that. And the Lord is saying to you, join a department in your church. Join the workforce in your church. Maybe you're a good singer and the Lord says, join the choir in your church. Or the Lord says, join the usher. Or the Lord says, join the media department. But a lot of times we have 1,000,001 reasons why we cannot obey that simple instruction, or that instruction that God says we should do, that God has given to us. God says, join the media department in your church, and you're like, I don't even know how to hold the camera. We have 1,000,001 excuses. I can't hold the camera. How am I supposed to do that? God says, join the ushering department, and you're like, I will not be standing. I'll have to stand for hours every service. It's too demanding. Blah, 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 blah. And just what if, the breakthrough that you're looking for, that one contact that you need to find yourself in a multinational company, is in the media department in your church? Is in that ushering department? Is in that choir department? And the Lord is saying, join. And you're giving so many excuses why you can't join. Jesus Christ, Mary told the servants, do whatever he tells you to do. And then Jesus told the servants, okay, pour water into the jar. Imagine if the servants were like, we are asking for wine, and this guy is saying we should pour water. Oh, guys, it's not water that we need, I beg. What we need is wine, and they didn't obey. That wedding will have continued without the wine, or maybe only God knows what would have happened. And then they obeyed. Oh, that was not even all. After they poured the water into the jar, Jesus said, oh yeah, fetch some and take it to the master of ceremonies. Let me shock you. Do you know that at the point of these servants fetching some of that water, it was still water. It was up until they got to the master of ceremonies, up until the master of ceremonies drank it, that it became wine. Instructions. Follow through instructions. So most times we are asking God for something, and he's telling us to do something. You know, a lot of times God responds to our requests with instructions. But 1,000,001 times we have so many reasons why we can't do that thing. Like the example I gave, God is saying to you, okay, you are asking God for a job, or for instance, you are asking God for marital settlement, for instance, and the Lord is saying, okay, join the community service in your community. Join those people who maybe clean the community every Saturday or something, and you're like, which one is clean community again? Which one is clean community? Which one is that one? Please, you have 1,000,001 reasons. You are saying, oh Lord, I have this one, I have that, I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh, Saturday, I have training, I have. And God is saying, join those people. And every time we make excuses, search deep inside your heart, you will realize that you can actually let go of those excuses. We can actually. We can. But because we don't, a lot of times we don't want to search deeper. We are just very comfortable at the surface. What if that breakthrough, that prayer, that's your answered prayer, is in that service that God is asking you to do? So for today, I would advise you, if you've been praying to God for a particular thing, you've had a request that you've sent on to God, you've given to God for a long time, stop asking. Stop asking, oh Lord, give me this, Lord, give me that. Ask God, Lord, for this, what do you want me to do? What instructions? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What would you have me do? Ask God. And the God that I know that I serve, he will give you instructions. He will definitely respond. At that point, when you start asking God, oh Lord, what would you have me do? And God will be like, this my daughter is ready. She's ready. So guys, God responds to our obedience. 1, God responds to our requests with instructions. To check if we are really willing and obedient. Okay, so don't forget the book of John chapter 2 from verse 1. Read it and you'll find more context. Bye for now.